to it. To find out more about the topic, let's talk with blockchain-based data exchange for food and agriculture sector, HARA Token CEO and founder, Regi Wahyu. Good evening, Regi.
Good evening. Good evening.
Regi, non-fungible tokens or NFT are becoming more popular these days. I wonder if you can simplify to us and our audiences, what is an NFT?
Okay. As you mentioned, NFT stands for a non-fungible token. It's the way I explain NFT to my grandma is actually intellectual property rights for the digital artist, in which the artist can have continuous royalties in terms of their artworks, and that's going to give more sustainable income if it's NFT or the artworks being sold from one hand to another hand. The artist will able to get the commission along the way, and that's digital arts being written in the blockchain system, in which only one piece of digital art in the world, nobody and nothing can replace or substitute on those NFT arts that they are producing. I try to be simplified. I can make it longer because
Yes, we
that's
have,
how I explain to my
fortunately-
parents and my grandmother.
Fortunately, we have a lot of grandmas watching, right?
Including us too.
Okay, I think I get it. I think I know what you just said. But so artworks and collectibles are considered as popular NFT. In your opinion, so what are the most preferred collectibles?
Well, I mean, people collect NFT has different purposes, and on the NFT itself, from the creator side, they have a different project objective as well. So I'll explain from two perspectives. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start from the artist or the project perspective. Couple of projects they have. I put it into 4 categories of NFT. One is the people who draw NFT or create NFT for the collectibles. Can be anything, artworks whatsoever they can create on digital art for the sake of giving their fans or giving the customer to collect their artworks. The other category of NFT can become part of the owner of NFT can become part of specific or spatial communities, in which those communities give a beneficial to the NFT holder. For example, like one of the famous NFT in the world, both apes, that everybody knows. If you own the NFT, you are belong to the society where you can access the private party in everywhere in the world.
Oh,
And this is very sociality, artist Hollywood type of party on the yacht and everything. And
Is this a virtual
that-
party or is this a real party? I mean, you were talking
Real
about
party.
in yachts, like it's like
Yeah,
stuff you
it's
see
a real party.
in rap music videos. Which one are you talking about?
So sometimes we are confused ourselves. Is it talking about the metaverse or digital world and
Yeah.
in the real world? Some NFT they have a convergence between two worlds. Is the digital world on the NFT as a badge or as a stages or a profile picture, and they are able to access a third party in the real world for a certain society. And the third category is they build an NFT for play to earn gaming. So the NFT itself can become an avatar or what you call character within the game that they are going to play, and the type of the game is actually a play to earn type of game. Like nowadays we know like Axie Infinity and some others, right? The fourth category is actually it's part of the metaverse asset. So it could be profile picture, could be land, could be merchandise, shoes, buildings, and some others. So they have a different purposes on whenever they build an NFT projects at the beginning. So collectibles, society exclusively, games, and part of the metaverse. So
So-
those are categories. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is
Yes,
quite
sir.
similar to, I think, I guess, back, from the earlier days, from decades ago. People buy, trading cards or original comics, and they don't actually open it, and they hope to sell it in like 20, 30 years to people who are collectors. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think because every project that or every artist that produce NFT will be limited, right? And within the limited numbers, for example, like 1,000, 10,000, 7,000, like in our project is 3,636. So only those people who can access and own those limited version of this NFT. And within that limited version, there are some rarity level. So there's a super rare and rare. So that can be hold for a certain period of time. And whenever the demand is high, because there's some utilization of this NFT, and because the demand is high and supply is so limited, the price will be increasingly automatically because more and more people willing to buy the NFT itself.
Okay, Pak Regi, it's Kezia speaking. We've seen an NFT at price point from $20 all the way to millions of US dollars. Now, how do we set the price of an artwork? With fees and such, would $20 be plenty to secure profit from our NFT?
So I think it's depend on the project owner or artist owner. As we all know, the artist can value the artworks even in the physical, because there is no such thing as a benchmark or standard. It's depend on the journey of the artist itself, and it's depend on the purpose of the project itself. So for artists, for example, if they are still early days after they graduate from uni and they only start their artworks, it will be starting from low. Then they go to emerging, then they go to junior and senior, and the price will follow their career. Same thing with the project of NFT. It depends on the project purposes. Like what we are doing in Metaverse, we have a social impact purposes. Therefore, when we calculate, we want to donate and contribute to the social impact in our movement on the field.
Okay, next up is we're gonna talk about copyright. There are so many questions, and please answer my question as if you would give the answer to your grandma, because I need to know. So slowly, right? So if I bought Jack Dorsey's first tweet, can other people still access the tweet and share them? And when I own the certified token, how long do I own it? And can more than one person own a single NFT? Now, tell me, I need to know.
Okay, my dear grandma, if you own that's how I explain it. Right?
As simple as you can.
Yeah, because NFT is only one in the world. If the author or the creator decide to minting one version of that specific NFT, and the ownership will stay to the owner of the NFT or whoever who mint or whoever who buy the NFT itself. So if someone who want to own the NFT, they should buy from you.
Okay.
But the artworks, you can see it everywhere in your wallet or in the Twitter itself, for example, or if you search Google image, you can see. But the ownership of that image will goes to you as whoever buy or minting the NFT itself. So the ownership will not be able to transfer to someone unless you purchase it, and it will last forever if you just want to hold it.
Okay. Now, the next question would be, what do we need to consider when assessing an art piece or collectible? I mean, how do we know that its value will further rise? Still have no clue about this.
I think it's depend on the utilization of the NFT itself, because the project will has their own roadmap. Like I mentioned, there are several categories, right?
Right.
For the for gaming, they will produce the game and they will use the NFT for a character, and the character will build up, and that's how they see the price will be appreciated, and 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 the more people utilize the NFT, the more demand of the NFT, since the limited supply, and the price will be appreciated. It's a very basic economic model that we are having: a supply and demand and the scarcity model that is applied on the NFT.
Okay, Pare, have you ever this? Let's please share something personal. That maybe that you experienced. Have you ever bought recently, or months ago, before there's this NFT trend? Become global. Have you bought something that significantly expands in value? And do you mind telling us how much did you buy it for, and how much is it now?
Okay. Me personally, I choose to collect NFT because I'm a collectors. I'm a collectors in terms of I'm collecting artworks, contemporary. I collect statue on the Star Wars and everything. So
Yeah.
I choose to collect, not for buying, for selling. So I collect something that I like, not because of the value that can increase. But there's some collection which I don't want to reveal the name. I bought it. It was like zero point 0.2. Because we need to buy it using cryptocurrency, right? So I bought it using Ethereum. It was zero point 0.2, and now the price 2 days ago I checked it. It is around uh, eight. So it increased dramatically, and there's a couple of collection that I have within 24 hours is double the price. There's some, but there's a lot. The price is not increased because of my collection. So because this is NFT for me is kind of like collecting toys, collecting comics, collecting artworks, because this is so personal and so subjective.
All right, so you're the CEO and founder of blockchain-based data exchange for food and agriculture sector, HARA Token. So could you tell us more about HARA and the Metaverse Society?
Okay, so HARA is a blockchain-based company. We are the social enterprise. We help farmers to get an accessibility to the service that they cannot get on the village level, such as financial services for their micro loan, for their productivity, crop insurance, what you call farm inputs, and access to the market. And we report all those transactions of the farmers, including identity, the land polygon of the farmland, and etc. We bring the tangible into the intangible on top of the blockchain, and those data can be a collateral to the banks for them to decide whether these farmers are eligible to get the loan or not. Because of the data that we put on the blockchain is so precise, the bank will able to assess what you call the risk profile, including the insurance as well. So we have around 35,000 farmers that we are working together right now. And those farmers are focused on the male farmers. Starting early this year, we found that the income of the farmer's family is not enough to sustain their livelihood moving forward. So we empower the woman, the farmer's wife, to plant the ginger on their backyard in order for them to get extra money for their saving for the school of their kids and so on. And that's the movement that we are doing, which is we call it Perempuan Tani Harapan Rakyat or Pertahara. Then we saw how we are going to scale, how we are going to empower this woman moving forward. And we need to find the source of the fund which sustainably able to deliver to this woman. Then we partner with Nice to Meet You, On Us, and some other partners as well. We try to create what you call juxtaposition between the real field farming activities and the artwork activities. That's why we come up with an idea of Metaverse society.
I see.
And in that sense, we give the benefit to the artist as a royalty, and from the project itself, we distribute certain percentage for the farmers getting the seeds to be planted on the field. So we kind of like mixing these two worlds into one economy
Yeah.
along the way and sustainable.
Online, offline, and the metaverse is coming to us. It's already here right now, actually. Thank you so much for your time, Regi, Wahyu, and have a good day and good luck with the movement. All the best with that, and also with your NFT collection.
Thank you.